I lost 180 pounds, and during maintenance, some of the weight came back. This series documents losing 20 pounds realistically without panic, punishment, or starting over. Good morning. We find out what's wrong with my car today. What else? Oh, I got on the scale and it says 174. So that is where I was on Sunday morning before I went out to eat. So please, if you're scale obsessed and you step on the scale, that's something you got to remember is when you eat something off plan, your scale's going to go up. Even if you don't eat something off plan, it's going to go up. That's something in our bodies called hormones. And something in our body that says, oh, we need to heal this issue over here that you don't know about because we're going to heal it so you'll never even feel it. So you got to know that our body's just doing what a body does. So anyway, I got to go. I'm going to need to fill up my gas tank. And then I'm going to go to work for a little bit. And then I'll just run my car up the hill and then walk back down on my break. Okay, guys. You're going to get kind of a weird view. I didn't bring my selfie stick. I was more focused on getting my car up here. But this is where I bring my car, Sire Garage. I'm happy to be back here. They've always done me right. You know, a friend of mine's like, oh, I don't like them. Hang on just a second. Okay. A friend of mine's like, I've heard bad things about them, blah, blah, blah. But it cracks me up because, you know, you hear something good and something bad about every single thing in the world. You know what I mean? Like, people have their preference of somebody who cuts their hair. And just because they don't like how somebody cuts their hair doesn't mean they're a bad hairdresser. You know what I mean? So, anyway. But something we did find out is that the code was clear from the, the check engine light went off. So they might have cleared out what the check engine light code was. So they may not be able to really tell unless they just go in specifically and look. So, but I'll know more later. All right, y'all. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to walk down this hill and walk off some of this morning energy. And I'm going to focus and I'll chit chat with y'all later. I might get a phone call from the mechanic shop. I called them earlier. I am so glad I took it to these people. I'm telling you, if you have somebody who's always done you right and other people don't like them, you just do what goes with you first. I'm having a tangerine mango. But anyway, I'm telling you all that because I might get a call from them. They called once and they did the diagnostic test. Nothing was wrong. Nothing. They found an old code, but it's not an active code about power steering. Then, so she said, why don't you call the place and ask them how they figured out what they figured out? So I did. All right, y'all, I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. I got too much au jus in there. My little makeshift gravy. Hang on. Yeah, buddy. Own a little broth. Let's take a bite. And then we'll talk. Y'all are sitting on I've got my little phone holder thing. But you're sitting down in my lunchbox. One more bite. All right, so they said that I called the car dealer, and they said that they saw that I had a coolant leak based on observation, and upon investigation, they also found that my thermometer, some kind of thermostat thing, was not working right. So up here, they said, well, we saw that there was, coolant on the outside of the reservoir as if it had leaked or something had happened. He said there was some coolant that was out on something also. He said what we think happened is it just got too hot and some coolant spilled out underneath and then got out on another piece. And that's why I have the coolant in my garage. Not that I need a new reservoir. Maybe I need a new temperature sensor. She's going to have him check that. But he did like a pressure test. It was negative. So, I was about to pay $800 for stuff I didn't need. Now, he is going to check the temperature, thermostat, thermometer, whatever it is. He's going to check that piece. And, yeah. So, I'm pretty stoked, y'all. I've only taken the one walk. Let's get off of that. I've taken the one walk. It's been kind of steady this morning, so I haven't really done another walk. I'm sure I'll walk this afternoon. I've got these shoes on today, but I brought some tennis shoes that I'll be able to put on because I didn't like last week when I wanted to walk and I didn't have my shoes on. I keep checking to make sure it's recording. Yeah, I didn't have my walking shoes. I couldn't really walk well. So now I'm just going to leave them here, and I think I have a pair of socks in my drawer too. So I can throw on socks and then wear those shoes, and then I can go for a walk when I want to. So that's what I know, guys. So this is 1 pound. It's the same way I've been doing it. It's a pound or whatever I plug into my macros. And I'm still taking, I've done it a little bit different. I'll heat it up for about 5 minutes, my air fryer, and then I stick the meat on there. I season one side and then flip it and season the other. And I go ahead and add some water from the beginning and then add in the dehydrated garlic and dehydrated onions and put that down in there. So that's down in that au jus broth. Man, is that good. Good stuff, Maynard. So that's what I know. But gosh, it feels so good out here. I could lay back and take a nap. I won't, but I could. So I'll update you when I know more. When I get to Wanda back. Oh, y'all, it feels nice out here. There's a little bit of a breeze. You know, I've got my earbud in, and I don't know if you can hear me from, if it does the microphone from my earbud, or if it does it from my thing. Hang on, let's just tap it. Oh, hang on, it did a little ticking. All right. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if anything happened or not. I guess I should find out, but I'm just going to talk and hope for the best. But it didn't say it was deactivated. Hang on. All right, I just checked. Y'all can hear me. So I haven't heard anything from from the people they're up at the top of the hill. I might be walking up there after work in a good way. I'm not fussing because it's good for me to walk up there. We're going to at least go, oh, poop. I didn't put on my shoes. I still have these little, I don't know, they're like kids. Did y'all? Oh my gosh. I remember when I was like in 8th grade and these kind of shoes were like the thing. Hang on, I'll slow down so you can see them. Those kind of shoes. I remember when that was the thing and we would take the shoestrings out. And I remember that was like the thing. Everybody had to take their shoestrings out of their shoes. And Mom was talking about it not long ago, and she said that sometimes, you know, she learned in life as a parent she'd have to pick her battles, and she always thought that it made us kids look like we were poor, and like my parents couldn't afford shoelaces. And Dad, he was a teacher, right? So he taught the band, so he knew what all the kids were doing, and he's like, Judy, so and so is wearing their shoes that way. Look at them pretty yellow flowers. They're so pretty. I like those kind. And look, there's some yellow. And then, of course, you got the white. I don't know what those are called. And then there's some little baby yellow ones. I think those are going to grow up to be the big white ones. So that's one fun thing about walking is, oh, there's some more yellow ones, is I get to see the flowers. Oh, there's a dandelion. Anyway, all right, I'll turn you back around. Hold on. Yep, there's a big truck coming. I'm only going to the stop sign today for this trip. This morning, when I was whenever I walked down from the place up there, I walked all the way down. No, not quite to the stop sign. I think I walked to like this little flagpole, telephone pole. But so like whenever I walked down after my car walk this morning, I had the energy thing. So I walked and it felt good. And then life was nice and even keel afterwards. So I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. But it sure was interesting. So I'm just riding that wave because, sometimes things just happen and it doesn't happen very long. And it's like, well, let me just ride this wave and see how long it lasts. It might last a long time, might not last at all. But anyway, so yeah, it's my second walk. It is 1:27. We ate lunch around 1:30 or 11:30, 11:45-ish. It's when we ate, you and I, meaning I got a mouse in my pocket and it's you all. Anyway, so yeah, we ate lunch around then, and I'm just waiting on another call from them. They ran that diagnostic test. I don't remember what I told you, so just, if I already told you this, just hit fast forward a little bit. They ran the diagnostic test, and it was negative. Then they ran a pressure test for the coolant. It was negative. So the car dealer, they did say that on inspection, one of the coolant thermometer was not accurate. So that's why they wanted to replace that. So they were going to charge me $778. I'm just going to say $800 because when you get that close, $800 for something that is not triggering on the diagnostic test, and that passed their pressure test. Kind of makes me mad. Ooh, that reminds me, I'm gonna call Mom. So let me tell you what we're doing. I had an extra meal. I don't remember because I went out Sunday with Angie or something. I don't know. Somehow I ended up with an extra meal. No big deal. So what I did was earlier, I guess it was, I don't know, whatever night, I pulled out one of these 2 packs of burgers. So I pulled a pack of those out. So I brought it down from 5 to 4. And each night I've been pulling out these 80/20s. So I've got it kind of broken up and in a bowl. I'm going to warm that up. And I'm heating up my water for my creamy. So I will meet you in the living room. I'll get this all warmed up and seasoned, and I'll meet you in the living room. Hey there, how you doing? It's been a day. Not a hard day, not a busy day, but just a day stressing about this stinking car. They ran every test they could run that had to do with the issue that the dealer said I had. Now listen, this is no disrespect to the dealer, but the codes are no longer there. So this place can't, if there's no codes, they can't, specifically check exactly what the codes were. Anyway, so whatever. So tomorrow I'm going to have Suzanne, my coworker, her husband works up there at where I took my car. I'm going to have her come in. She's smart. She's feisty. And I want to call Kia, not to be accusing them of anything, but just because the code they gave me of what was wrong with my car isn't a code at all. The place, that I took it to, they're like, this isn't a code, so we can't see what's wrong. The closest code is XYZ, but it's still not that exact code that they gave you. So we don't want to just do something with this whenever it's not even, a code that's visible. So anyway, all that to say, I'm going to call them tomorrow and confirm the code number. And from there, I'm just going to keep driving it. And next time there's a check engine light comes up, I'm going to take it straight to them and go from there. So it's been a day. I'm like mentally done. I'm fine. I'm just like too tired of thinking, too many decisions to make. Look at this girl. You see that girl right there? Trying to move. Look at that face. Hi, pretty lady. Oh, girl. Sorry. I moved the table and it bumped her toes. She did not like that. I didn't mean to check. Come here, girl. Let me see your toes. Come here. Let me see your, come here. Let me see your dew claws. Come here. You got to stay trimmed them. Okay, I just wanted to make sure she got her dew claws trimmed the other day. Yeah, so supper tonight, I told y'all that I took those burgers out. So that'll be great. So then tomorrow, I'll have my steak that I cooked the other night. So this is, it's 93% 80 ground beef, but I'm plugging it in as 80-20. Why? Because I did not let them reabsorb all that fat. So these are closer to 80-20 than 73%. So that's why I plugged that in. So I added in some onions and some different seasonings. Yeah, buddy. And I added a splash. And believe you me, it was a splash. I added, I thought I'm going to give just a hint of ketchup to this burger. Y'all, I forgot that I watered it down. And when I say watered it down, it was thinner than au jus. It was thinner than broth. But that's all right. I don't want a whole bunch. I just wanted a hint of a flavor. Are creamy tonight. Y'all, I'm kind of feel scattered tonight. Like I said, it's just when things don't go like I plan them to be, I don't do so well. That's why I need to be single. All right. Butterscotch and snickerdoodle. Yeah, buddy. I'm going to take another bite of that one. Yeah, I'm all discombobulated because I was waiting on a call back from the place. And they didn't get back with me till like right before I needed to leave work. So when you got issues, when things don't go the way you want them to go, it's a mess. Anyway, I love you all, and I'm going to let you go. And I'm letting you go. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Usually I've been 20 minutes or so. I'm going to give you 3 minutes back to your day. That's what they say in meetings when they get done early. I'll give you 3 minutes back to your day. Bye. Hey, so here's my macros today. That's my coffee and my lunchtime. And it was delicious. Now, looking right up here. Come on, hurry up now. There it is. So you could see what I had for my afternoon coffee. And I did have a meat stick from work. And then you'll see my supper. And you'll see our sweet treat that we eat later. Can you tell I'm outside with the birds? And that's my total macros for the day.